That's fucking awesome. You're so smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Box Talks. To my right, I have Donovan Duelas, aka Dad, and to my left, I have Stephen Anthony Salazar, owner of Seven, and I am Leche. And today's conversation is going to be about
purpose
versus
goals.
So what is the difference between purposes or your purpose, not purposes, your purpose versus your goals? And is there a difference?
Or do they directly
do they run
relate?
parallel?
Do they they directly relate? The goals you set, are you setting them for yourself or someone you think you want to be? To find out, you need to know your true purpose.
True. I like that. Yeah. I myself think they're separate, right? Yeah, I think you can have a lot of goals and then you could be working towards a lot of things, but if you don't know your purpose, then this is how I feel like people switch careers. This is how when people make drastic movements because they know how to set a goal and achieve everything. But once they find their purpose, then they find their passion, then they find their reason to do something, and
then that could also lead to like unhappiness too. Like you might have a goal towards something, like your goal is to buy a fucking Tesla or something,
right? And
you set that goal and you reach it, and then you're like, that's not even really what I wanted. Like I have it now. It's like, but did I just want to drive a fancy car, or was that literally like my purpose? You know what I mean?
Right. Was it a want or a need?
But I mean, more than that is like you were saying, careers. Someone might have a goal to reach this job. They want to be an editor, or they want to be something, and they get there, and then they're like dreading going to work. And I feel like that's usually when someone doesn't really know what they want to be. They're just reaching, and then they find out later on.
That's probably like when we talk about like career change and stuff. That's probably like what the main factor is, like with most people who like have those drastic like life like career U-turns or whatever. Like they probably didn't find their purpose there, you know.
Or it could even be with sexuality. It could be with
True.
Family. It could be with so many things. Like one thing they want this white picket fence, and then they find out that it's not
everything that they thought.
Right.
Or it's just not what they really wanted.
But they were going with the flow with our previous conversations, about society's pressures and stuff like that.
True.
But I think one of the because when you were talking, it kind of reminded me of your. That's it. It's over. I was saying, bless you. I was gonna say with your situation, like you used to do graphic design, and you kind of didn't really like what you were doing. You found this purpose to do hair, and now you're finding that all the graphic design knowledge that you have is being useful. And I'm assuming that it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, because now it's with a different intention or a purpose behind it.
Right.
And it's actually for yourself. It's not for people like, oh, make it like this. And you're like, bro, this looks stupid.
Before it was just how I got my paycheck. I would make something for what they would assign me for, and then I'd still have to get it approved by somebody who doesn't know design, and it's like it's not for me, it's not serving me at all.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if I'm doing design, it's either for a personal project or for like you guys or whatever to help push the brand, whatever it may be. Stuff that I'm invested in, like emotionally, and so yeah, it serves a different purpose. It serves a different intention.
It's kind of cool when it goes full circle like that, though.
Yeah.
Like you start with something, you're like, this ain't it, and you do something else, and you're like, wait a minute, I could use this. Because it's kind of like me when I went to film school. I didn't know my purpose at first. I thought that's what I wanted. I started getting into the industry, and I was like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So then I started cutting hair, and then, I mean, all the software we use, the cameras, everything's coming back. So I feel like
full circle.
Yeah, it comes full circle
in this box right here.
Like so it almost goes with like those
circle in a box.
A circle in a box.
It's kind of like that one song from Justin Timberlake.
Oh, The Gift in a Box.
Yeah.
Oh, is it gift? Is that the word?
Gift in a box.
All right.
No, but yeah, it's crazy. It's dope. It's dope too, because people tell me all the time. They're like, "Oh, like do you still see yourself doing like film stuff?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'd still do that shit every day, honestly."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
at least every Wednesday for sure.
At least bi-curious daily.
Oh shit. All right, so what do you, I mean, even though we're kind of defining it, what is like, are they parallel? Like can you have purpose and not set goals, or can you set goals and not have purpose and still be content, I guess, or do they have to run like
Nah,
just
'cause
finding your purpose make you work harder for your goals?
I think it does, because I think where they don't match up is where you'll either have that you won't feel accomplished in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like if you're reaching that goal, you want to be the top editor at your company. You get that. Like you might be unhappy, but then in a sense you're like, but this is kind of dope. Like I'm number one in my
Right.
company.
I think it all just depends on the person. You know what I mean? Like having goals and accomplishing goals, but not having a purpose. Like in that situation, like you're saying, like it might. I guess it depends on the person. Like for somebody like me, for instance, like I probably wouldn't be happy. Like regardless, like without finding my purpose, I know day to day I would not be happy. Like I wouldn't feel fulfilled.
Right.
Whereas like somebody else, maybe like even if they don't feel fulfilled, like maybe to them it's not a huge deal because it's like they're getting what they want superficially or like
Right.
materialistically, whatever. Like maybe that if that's enough for that person, like then more power to them. They need less to be happy, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's a little easier for them.
But deep down,
Like
you
money
think
can
they're
buy them
truly
happiness
happy?
type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Which
that's,
it can.
maybe not,
helps.
but it's like it's none of our place to say if they're truly happy or not.
Oh,
like
for
if
sure,
they
yeah.
if they're happy, then fuck it. If you say
But-
you're happy, you're happy.
But-
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's what we're saying. Like, I think, or that's what I was trying to get at. I was kind of saying, like, because not a lot of people say they have goals,
Yeah.
but not a lot of people like break down their goals and really like put dates on them and like check them
Like
off and have
deadlines to-
action plans. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I have my goal. Like, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. Like New Year's resolution is just another goal that started in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But how come they always fall off? For the most part, a lot of people fall off their New Year's resolution is because of that, because they're not accustomed to having the discipline to create an action plan.
Or they set their goals to like they set
Difficult?
they set a year goal in like a month. So they'll start working out, eating right, and then at the end of January they're like, well shit, I haven't lost no weight. Like this isn't working, and it's like, nah, bro, that
I
shit
think
takes
it might
time.
be.
But that's a year goal though, so they're not. Once again, they're not really doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily that like New Year's goals fall off more than other goals. I think
No, yeah, you're right.
maybe it's
for
that
sure.
like the typical day-to-day goals like aren't expressed vocally. They're like kept inside. So like those, how many hundreds of millions of ideas, like goals that we have pop up in our head and don't get followed through. But like when it's a New Year's resolution, people ask about it, like you vocalize it, you make it known. So
True.
then when
So-
that goal
so it's
doesn't
more
go through,
known
it's
that
more
it-
known.
yeah.
Like, so now everybody knows like, oh, you didn't follow through on a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
But it's like, how many other goals didn't you follow
Did
through?
you not follow
Correct,
through
for
it?
not
Yeah.
having the discipline.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just nobody knows because
No one knows
most
about
people
it,
don't
yeah.
say the general goals that they have. You know what I mean?
So now to go back on the purpose versus goals, or I guess not go back on the purpose side. Can your purpose change in a life? Like, can you
Oh, for sure.
evolve to like, what? Yes, this was my purpose, but now,
Now it's this.
This is my
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like that list of the values hierarchy I was telling you about, how you list those things in order from what you think is who you are as a person.
Right.
You can set that,
Which will
as-
be another topic.
Yeah, that we'll come back to that. But if you set that correctly in your mind and you start trying to achieve those things and you find out that you're actually reaching more for what's lower on the list before what's higher on the list, as far as
Well, that's finding your purpose. I'm saying like that number one on the list is my purpose. I ran it for this time frame, and I'm like, you know what? Now that I've accomplished this is my new purpose.
oh, like completely changing. Like once you reach one
I
purpose,
don't see why not.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just asking. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Like for instance, like maybe something relatable to our industry, like an artist, like their purpose was to push themselves like creatively, in hair or whatever. And then once they reach a certain level, they're like, okay, now my purpose is to educate others or something. Like, is that what you're referring to? Or?
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's kind of hard to apply it in this field or in that creativity, because creativity never ends. So how do you peak, in something that never ends? I would say like
not to
maybe
say
like
that they peaked, but
like a Kobe scenario, R.I.P. For
RIP.
20 years he gave his purpose, or more than 20 years, but 20 years in the NBA, that purpose was to do that, and then after that ended, left it all, so he says, and went to his other projects, and that purpose got him success quick too. Like that. I guess that type of thing. I mean, unless you have an artist that gave 20 years of creativity and says, you know what, like, I'm done with creativity. Now I'm gonna be open up a school or something, or because
let me flip it on you. Like, what was when you were coming up in the corporate world? What was your purpose at that point?
I think it's still the same. Like,
To be the biggest bodybuilder at T-Mobile.
hello, there you go, Joe. Oh, boss, I broke a new.
No, you can't get the unlimited plan. We canceled that.
But
Yo, speaking of which, sorry to sidetrack, but I just recently got off of my unlimited plan. I only have a gig a month now, and
What?
that shit is so hard to maintain under a month. I mean, under a gig.
Especially with what you do, bro. You got to run an Instagram and a Yelp and a...
This is the first month, and I already went over. Like, shit.
talking about on T-Mobile.
No, I have Spectrum now.
That's your first problem.
Oh,
All right,
Spectrum.
so Spectrum phone.
Spectrum Mobile, yeah.
I heard about that.
$14.99.
Yeah, it's hella cheap. They try to switch me over.
And now you know why.
Well, because I figured I'm either here or home, so
Wi-Fi.
yeah.
But then you forgot how many times you go to LA Cafe and
Yo,
Facts.
there's
Jersey
Bird
Mike's.
and Lime scooters be taking up all my gigs, I guess.
Oh, because
Anyway, sorry.
Editing. That's crazy. But you got a bicycle. That's crazy.
What?
Fitness goals? Fitness goals? What? What's your purpose?
Anyway, sorry.
Donovan, who are you as a person?
So yeah, I don't think my purpose has changed. I think my line of work changed.
But the purpose is the same.
The purpose is the same.
What was the purpose?
My purpose was always to develop people, and I
Develop
think
people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Yeah,
think
makes
like
sense.
I still aim for that. I still strive for that to develop others.
Mhm.
And if anything, 2020 has taught me how to develop myself more. Like
For sure.
not put so much energy on everybody else. Select the people that I'm going to focus on, and 10 times that, and put myself in that group, and then let's get to where we need to go.
Yeah.
Hence
I
why I
feel
say no motherfucking excuses. Let's get this.
Let's get it.
But I'm tired.
I'm glad that era is gone, bro.
What era, bro?
Donnie being tired? At least
Oh.
saying he's tired. Saying he's tired.
Bro, he's drinking energy drink, right? He's tired, bro.
I mean, he's sipping it like a little sippy. He's still a little baby still. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Dad. Just kidding. But real quick. Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Damn. That's that.
That's that shit right there. That's that shit right there.
Yo, it is time for
That's that shit.
That's That Shit. TTS.
That's that shit.
I think I'm going to start off with my That's That Shit.
Run it.
That's that shit when you don't work out for like 6-7 years,
Ooh.
and then you start working out and your body says, what the fuck?
Your body's like, this motherfucker's purpose
That's-
changed.
yeah. My body is telling me that's that shit right here. Yeah, man, I'm going through that soreness that I have to learn to love right now, and yeah, man, that's that shit. My body, it's actually for my body towards me, not so much me towards the world. My body's telling me that's that shit.
It's
I
it's the opposite of that song.
I gotta maintain it. What's that song?
It's the opposite of that song. It's like, my mind's telling me no. But yours like, my mind's telling me yes.
But my body is saying no. Yeah, I think it's more of a complaint of waiting so long and not maintaining it,
True.
and my purpose or my motivation for this new focus on my body is that like my goal and my drive is to be well-rounded in everything that I speak and everything that I do. I
Yeah.
think the biggest where I was lacking was in my health. So
No, I was just about to say that kind of comes back to your purpose, how you say you want to develop others. I feel like you're using this to eventually hit your goal and be like, yo,
Now what?
Yo, if I
And
could do it,
every cylinder,
y'all
exactly.
could do it.
But also, like you said, it's developing yourself as well.
I think that's what he just said.
No, you're saying like in the terms of like I did it. Isn't that what you said?
That is
Like
what I just said.
to motivate others, right? Like building up others. So I'm
I just
saying,
had to pause for dramatic.
but like how you were, but how you brought up that you're learning to focus
Personal
on yourself.
development, yeah.
Gosh, trying to make me. That's that shit right there. Trying to make me feel stupid.
Yo, no, yeah, I mean,
That's
you
that
can't.
shit.
How am I gonna make you feel stupid? We're gonna play this back and you're gonna see how he just said that.
That's
It's
that
just
shit.
you ain't paying attention. You just so eager to say what you gotta say.
It's possible that I might have zoned out, but
That's probably what happened right there. That's
That's that shit.
that's that shit. So that's that shit. No,
Donnie never listens to me.
nah.
Who next?
All right, I'll go next. My that's that shit is you know when you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to wake up early, be more productive, get shit done. You're trying to work on everything. So then you start want to go to bed a little bit earlier, but you lay there and you can't sleep. Next thing you know, you look at the clock, it's like 2 a.m. and you're like, bro, what the fuck? So you wake up next morning, force yourself to wake up because you're like, I'm going to be tired tonight.
Yeah.
You tired all day, 6 cups of coffee. You like, oh, I'm going to sleep so good tonight. Boom, 2 a.m. You're still like, bro, why am I wide awake right now?
bro,
That's
why did I
every
drink
day,
6
bro.
cups of coffee?
I hate that
that's-
shit. It was
that's my
probably-
every
it was
day,
probably-
bro.
Yeah, I hate that shit. That's that shit right
That's
there.
that shit. He ain't gonna sleep.
I remember my first time.
Donnie sleeps Red Bulls to help him sleep. He's like,
Oh.
My that's that shit is when I swear the plumbing in my place wasn't working quite right. Like the temperature in the shower would only get like to a decent temperature if I put it all the way hot.
Yeah.
So I send in a maintenance request. They come in this morning, and the guy walks in like, it's working fine. And I'm like, yo, I swear to God, like this shit don't work like this when I come
What
home
time did he come in?
in the morning.
Oh, what time do you shower?
I usually shower at night though. Like what is like late though? Like when I
Yeah.
get home like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, I swear to God, this shit, like, I always have to put it all the way hot to be just warm.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's working fine. I was like,
I
son of a
think
bitch.
that's actually weird. I would think it would work less in the morning because so many people are using the water
Yeah, but no.
compared to at
True.
night. You know?
Yeah.
So my shower just made me look stupid this morning.
Yo, why y'all blaming other people, bro? It's just one of those things. I've been like, yo, my car's making this noise, bro. My phone ain't working. Yo, can y'all help me? And I take it to them, be like, it's working fine. You motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Damn it again.
Failure. Act like you've done this before, please.
Come on, man.
We starting the new year right.
Yup.
We got the red for the new year. Why?
It's supposed to be. I don't even want to say.
What's supposed to be?
Because I already know what he's about to
Say
play.
it, bro.
No, I'm not saying shit. It's a Mexican thing.
Oh, shit. All right, we're going to actually end this with quick. The first thing that pops into your head, the who are you question. If somebody asks you, yo, Steven, who are you? What would you say?
I would say I am an ambitious body.
Okay. Donovan?
I'd say I am a curious soul.
Okay. Not bi, but full curious. Okay.
Daily.
By Curious Daily. So, all right.
And I like to say that I am full-time energy in a part-time body.
Okay. We have proof of your energy, actually.
That's like some elves and Lord of the Rings shit right there. I don't know if you guys know your
No.
Lord of the Rings lore, but
We had girlfriends.
I am ashamed.
Oh, it's just because we had that Valentine's conversation. So that's where it's coming from. That's where
Yeah,
it's
whatever the
coming
fuck ever.
from. Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker. All right, guys. We love you guys. If you guys are digging it, I hope you guys had a solid closeout 2020 good. 2021's here. If you guys like what you're seeing and you guys are digging it, hit the subscribe button. hit that ring bell and hit that bell
Hit
so it
that
can
ring
ring.
bell?
You know, it's the same shit. It's the same
bell.
shit. It is, I
Ring
feel brand new
bell.
today, bro. Donnie, tell them what they got to do.
Like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, family. Give us a shout out on your Instagram. Anything. Send it to one person. And yeah, anything, any type of support helps tremendously, and we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And man. Steve, what you got anything
As
to
I
say?
said before, if you don't share it with a friend, we're gonna start running ads. You don't want that. No, we ain't gonna do that. But yeah. Anyways, it's 2021. You know what I mean. Figure out what you want to do and just make it happen. Don't let outside forces kind of deter you from reaching your goals. If you set your mind to it, you could do it. You could do it.
You
Yes,
motivational motherfucker.
Yes.
Ambitious. I'm an ambitious soul.
Find your purpose. Peace. Yo, Donnie, what were you going to say, though?